Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hate It or Love It. I am your host for today, Jeremiah the Revelist. Today is a new day, a new review. Don't forget to subscribe to your boy for movie reviews. And today we're going to be reviewing The Last Voyage of the Demeter. So The Last Voyage of the Demeter is based off a chapter in the Bram Stoker's Dracula novel, where you have Dracula being sent from Transylvania to England, and he's terrorizing everybody on the Demeter. So what I gotta say is, man, I am a big vampire movie fan. I love vampire films. You know, I love Interview with a Vampire, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Fright Night, the list goes on. But I feel like we haven't had a good vampire film in a while. Like a good, eerie, creepy vampire film in a while. And I gotta say, this movie does that. So what I like about this movie reminds me of Alien. It's like the same feel, like, you know how when you have the xenomorph trying to terrorize and kill off everybody on the spaceship, but you have Dracula trying to kill off everybody on the boat. That's how it feels. It has the same feels, the same tension, the same eeriness, the same closed off, claustrophobic, like eerie feeling, you know, and wondering like how we're gonna survive this, how we're gonna kill this monster, who is this monster, what does this monster want? Like, we have that same vibe as Alien. Now it's different from Bram Stoker's Dracula, because we normally see, when we see a Dracula film, we mostly see it on the view of Dracula, on the eyes of Dracula, and how Dracula is a man that becomes a monster. But in this one, we see at the view of the actual crew on the Demeter, and how the monster becomes the man. So it's a lot different than your normal like vampire Dracula film. And I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that we got to know the crew. We got to know like a little bit backstory on certain the crew, like Corey Harkison's character. I love his character in this movie. You know, he plays a doctor in this film, and he does a really good job in this film. I kind of have a theory with his character when it comes to the end of the film, but I'm not going to spoil anything on that. If you want to talk about that, we talk about that later. But I gotta say, like, the acting in this movie is so top notch. Like, they're so good in this film. The captain himself, like Liam Cunningham, he does a really good job playing the captain. Everybody has these side arcs on who they are and why the Demeter is so important to them, why their ship is so important to them, why the crew is so important. Like, you have that good base characters, and then you have this monster that just wipes them out. You actually care about the people on the ship. You care about the characters. You want them to survive this journey to England and all this stuff. And I gotta like, also Dracula. Dracula in this movie is eerie, is creepy. He looks more like nosferatu. Like, they did a really good job with their character, and like the budget wasn't even that big, and they did a good job with a lot of practical effects. You know, they had some CGI in this film as well, but it was really good. It felt like a high budget film. You know, I gotta give it to the director in this one. He did a really good job directing this film, and yeah, it's just a great vampire film. The ending was a little weak, I gotta say, but it still was a good vampire film. A lot of good lore differences between lores from other movies. Like, it was really a good time. So what do I rate this movie? Is it a love? Is it a hate? Or is it something in between? Well, I gotta give it on the real for real. That's why I give it on the real for real. It was a great film. I really enjoyed it. I gotta say, maybe something I didn't like about the film was I wish certain scenes were cut up and tightened a little bit. But other than that, this movie was great. I mean, the ending was okay, but other than that, the movie was really good. I love the acting in this film. I love the Dracula in this film. I just love that we finally got ourselves a good vampire film. I advise you check it out. If you're a big fan of vampire films, definitely check out this film. like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you thought about The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or if it's something in between, let me know. And you can also catch me on Facebook, Twitter, and also YouTube at Hate It or Love It Movie Reviews. And you can also catch me on KerPOWie, the pop culture movie blog where you get your reviews on comic books, art, video games, movie reviews, and also if it's for my new subscribers, if you want to know how I rate my movies, click on the description below. It shows you exactly how I rate my movies, how I do all that stuff, and I will also see you when I see you. Peace.